Okay, so in this video, I'd like to talk about how to produce a fashion show. Basically, finding a location is kind of important, the location that fits your budget, that you can pay for and, comfortably. In my experience, hotels are the best for the fashion show because they have guests coming from all over the world, and there is, even if you bring nobody else, the hotel still needs to entertain their own guests. So you can add consistent value by producing fashion shows in hotels. In my case, I do this often in the Sky Room, and that's what works for me. You need to know a lot of models and have ways to find new models all the time. You have to have at first large budget to pay everybody, or if you don't have a large budget, you can be kind of prudent with it and spend money where it's really needed, and and consider what's not need to be used. Okay. You need to find makeup artists and hairstylists who are willing to sponsor or support your events at with large list of them. So some of them will come, some of them will not show up, but you will have to have the ability to replace the artists, makeup artists, and stylists who are not available on your show day. You need substantial network of designers so you can show different collections quite often. So even if one cannot come through, you might have someone else who can make it. And those usually have also models, so they may help to bring the models to the show. You need to be friends with quite a few promoters who might attract folks to come and work with you. You can find kind of influential folks like Akinelli, who have quite a bit of following, so they can bring a crowd to you. You need to be able to properly execute the Facebook and Google campaign and other media platform campaign. Effective writing and makes a big difference in the campaign, and the image that you put on the flyer will really affect if the show is success or not. To make sure, you really need to have an amazing flyer that breaks or make your show. Like I said, graphic is really important, and you want to have everybody on the board: the model, the photographer, the designer, the location. So all the intellectual property on the flyer has to be properly released, so you're not gonna face issues with it. You need to invite influential guests and promote it as far as you can with people who might come to the event and can share about the event. You need to promote the event on various platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube. So even if you shut down for a day or two from one of the platforms, you can still promote on the other. You can also look at the like if on the day of your show there are other critical shows on the same day, so you need to kind of triple your effort and budgets on those days to make it pop, so people come to your show versus someone else's show. You need to do more marketing in the last days right before the show, or even the day of the show, so people actually come. You might they may plan to come to your show, but then if you don't remind them, they might switch to somewhere else. Too much marketing might hurt. If you advertise consistently and they see 10 times a day on their feed or advertisement to your show, or like getting like 10 emails a day, they might just be annoyed and not come. And it's also important to produce testimonials and interviews and posts with models and members of your crew, so the guests know that you have a crew and you're not the only one who's pushing it. You need to have a hook on your event. The keynote speaker might really helps a lot, and providing VIP passes for influential folks might actually makes the difference as well for you. Thank you. If you have more questions, you're welcome to come over and ask us.